So this is, in my opinion, the biggest reason that I could say we're de-evolving as humans, and that is obesity. All right, I have this one study linked here because it's my favorite one, and this is going to show you the amount of refined sugar, the amount of high fructose corn syrup, how much we're actually eating as a society through 1970 through 2015. It goes on till now too if you look at other updated studies. And here's the thing. BMI and obesity has increased significantly, but we've not been eating more sugar. So we got to stop blaming sugar for all of our issues. It's not the freaking sugar. It's not this insulin sensitivity and all this bullcrap people are trying to sell you so that they can make money. It's not the sugar. It's not the carbs. I promise you, it's not. It's showing you right here. That's not the issue. Look at all these lines. Steadily declining, total, even declined from 1995 down. We thought it was that, but it's not. Now, if you look at the obesity, it's going to be a straight line going straight up. Death rate, straight up. It's not the sugar, y'all. It's the freaking calories. It's the energy toxicity. If you're burning enough calories, it doesn't really matter what you eat. Most foods can be healthy if you're burning them off, just like most foods can be unhealthy if you're eating too much. If you eat too much salad and it's more calories than what you're burning, you're putting on fat. That's unhealthy. You would think salads are healthy. Same thing with berries, steak, chicken, Mediterranean diet, keto diet, carnivore. It doesn't matter. If you eat more calories than you burn, that diet is unhealthy. You are unhealthy. It's not the sugar. It's not the carbs. It's not, you got to stop demonizing these full food groups when you go for these diets. You got to understand what's really causing the issue. It's the calories. And this is the name of the study if you want to look at. There's a couple other studies, but this one is my favorite. The dose makes the poison. Love the name of this study. It's like my favorite. Sugar and obesity in the United States, a review. This, I highly encourage you to look at this one. It's very eye-opening, and you'll see why I'm right, why I'm telling you the truth. Now, like I said, calories and sugar consumption have stayed the same for the most part, but obesity is still rising. Why? You have to blame the food, but the food hasn't changed, right? It might taste better and it might be easier to get, but we aren't necessarily eating more, right? It's not the food necessarily, it's the calories. It's not this food that's like, it's not like we're eating just McDonald's all day long. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the amount of the McDonald's we're eating all day long. We know what causes obesity. It's not the type of food. Any food can be unhealthy and cause obesity if you eat enough. As in, if you eat more than you burn, maybe that's it, right? Maybe that's what's causing the obesity. You got to stop worrying about these food choices and start tracking your freaking calories. Like, most people can't track calories because they don't understand that calories aren't static. It's not like every single day I burn exactly 2,000 calories. It's not like I burn exactly 2,050 calories this day, 2025 that day. It changes drastically through the day. If you're a lazy, you know what, on Monday, obviously you're not going to burn as many calories as if you went on a hike on Tuesday or you worked out on Tuesday. Just little things throughout the day add up for how many calories you burn. And people got it in their heads like, well, every day if I burn 2,100 calories exactly, and I eat 2,000 calories, then I should lose weight. Well, now I'm not losing weight. Well, you're not burning the same amount of calories every day. Your body's going to retain a different amount of water every day. You just got to track your calories and your weight every single day and make change. It's not these diets like keto and carnivore, all this stuff, they make such a huge impact immediately because you lose all this glycogen from it. You're cutting out carbs. But 9 times out of 10, maybe not 9 times out of 10, but a lot of times they fail on people a month and a half, 2 months down the road because that weight stalls out. And they realize it's not the diet that's the magic, it's the amount of calories that's really doing the work. And it's like, we eat the same amount of calories and sugar? No. But do we burn the same as we used to? Hell no. Like, the thing is, we might be eating the same amount of calories and sugar as we always had, as an average the last 20 or 30 years. Let's say that's stayed the same. The problem is the amount of calories we've burned, that's went down. So essentially, our diet may not have changed that much as Americans. And as far as the sugar goes, it's actually went down. So maybe we're even eating less. But the thing is, we're not doing shit, right? As Americans, we just stay in the freaking house. We don't exercise. We don't have to even go to work now. I mean, where do we even walk? We just stay at home, most people. And then since this pandemic happened, like, everyone's at home. So like, we're just not burning calories, period. We're just not burning calories. That's the main reason. Like I said, more people work from home. Technology has progressed so much that we don't need to burn calories to provide value, to make goods, to provide a service. We don't even need to leave our house most of the time. And that's a big problem when it comes to obesity in this country. So we gotta stop blaming the food and take responsibility for our choices. It's our physical activity or lack thereof that's causing the obesity. Like in my last video on health and longevity, what causes the biggest impact on morality? Exercise. And this is probably wise because, like, yeah, obviously some people have real eating issues where they're binge eaters and eat way too much food. Okay, but most people, they're eating the same amount of food. You know, it's our perception as to whether it's a lot or not because of their weight gain. But the exercise is the big factor, in my opinion, in looking at this, that's causing the obesity. So if we don't exercise, we will get fatter and we will die earlier, period. Now, the last thing about why we're de-evolving is death, our death rate. We're not living as long as we used to. And for the first time since the Depression, we've been on a downward trend for 2 years. Now, if we do this for 3 years, if we hit 3 years in a row of going down, that's never happened before as far as most of these studies go, as far back as 100 years. That should be absolutely alarming to people. And like, we know the reasons why it happened now of all times. But if you look at this one link I have here from the CDC, this will show you from 2000 up to now, this is the first time we've had a decrease, okay? Now they have graphs on here that go way back, like I said, to the Depression that really kind of freak you out when you start understanding how big of a dip this is right now. And then obviously you can look at some of this stuff talking about the things, the leading causes of death. I'm not going to say that first one, but it's obvious. Then unintentional injuries, heart disease, chronic liver, suicide, residual effects of things, and then, you know, other things that have not had as big of an effect now. Now, the point is, yes, the C word plays a big factor in this the last couple of years. But you have to take into account that obesity and diabetes are also climbing with that within the last couple of years. So yeah, the C word acts on people that have that, obviously, so that's where it compounds the effect. But it's all compounding faster than we can fix it. That's where the big issue with that. So what are we gonna do? Nothing yet, but testosterone is down, obesity is up, diseases are up, death rate is up, technology is multiplying super fast. Now, what are we gonna do? And this is where I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but I think we're gonna fix it ourselves. I think we're gonna fix it eventually, but only when we're at the end of our rope, and we're not at the end of our rope quite yet. Most people are just living their lives, totally happy, and all this stuff, testosterone going down, obesity going up, disease going up, death rate going up, technology just multiplying so fast. None of this is really bothering anyone. They're having a perfectly fine life. And what I think is gonna happen, call me crazy, but at some point in the future, imagine what we're gonna look like 100, 200 years from now if testosterone keeps going down, obesity keeps going up, diseases are up, and death rate is up, and we have all this technology. We're just gonna be complete fat asses in little cruisers, no muscle mass, just working around in little bubbles, man. And we're gonna be like, yo, this sucks. We had it so good and we screwed it up. So what are we gonna do? Maybe we'll invent a time machine and put it in a UFO and come back to when all this really started. When did we really start screwing up? Well, if you live 200 years from now and you looked at the history books and you wanted to go back in time to see if you could fix what we did, or at least take notes of what was going on, or maybe you're another civilization, you want to see how can we prevent this from happening to us, and they go back in time to look. Then we go back to right now, when everyone hates each other, everyone lies, everyone thinks the other person is lying, everyone's getting fat, no one wants to exercise, no one's taking responsibility for their own bodies, testosterone's going down, we're getting super fat, our technology is multiplying faster than we are, death rate is going up, and the thing is, we're not even blinking an eye. So this is crazy. If you're outside civilization or not in this time frame right now, you're looking at this going, what the F are they doing? Wouldn't you want to go back and try to see what we did as a mistake and learn from that? I think someone's checking us out right now, trying to figure out how we screwed up so bad because we didn't know how good we had it. We are living in the good old days right now, and we're taking it for granted. I have, and I know if I have, and I'm someone that's just aware of this stuff and I try to take it serious, then I know other people are taking most of their life for granted. So I guess the point is, you need to fix this stuff. You need to quit being such a lazy fuck and get off your ass and fix some of this stuff, period, or you're gonna die. Or even worse, your great-great-great-grandchildren, their genetics are gonna be so freaking terrible that they're not even gonna live to see 30 because of us, and that's terrible.